I recently participated in my first round of the Qilintel Cup, and today I'm going to be analyzing my battle. I was paired up against Bana, another Doodle World PvPer. After a couple days of scheduling, we started what I thought would be the only battle. It turns out Bana managed to bring the only banned Doodle. I gave him the benefit of the doubt, and after he disconnected and took over 5 minutes to build a new team, we hopped into another battle. The battle came very close in the end. Bana took it 1-0, but I felt I was cheated on. He got to see my team before changing his, and brought some interesting stuff, like Quick Sting and Swarm Mothra with no lingering, Climate Shock Qilintel with absolutely no weather setup, just my Acid Rain based team, and he even admitted to bringing Skadeen to counter my Koryu. I honestly felt like I got cheated on, and although Bana disagreed, the tournament host told us to rematch. A couple days later, the real battle started. I built a new team the night before and was determined to win today. I accepted his battle request and looked over his team, which included the banned Garlic, again. This time I wasn't having it, and I knew he was trying to counter-team me. He got disqualified for breaking the rules this time, and argued that he just forgot a second time. Bana continued to argue, and although I didn't want to, I eventually agreed to have the battle. Here's the analysis of my round 1 battle of the Qilintel Cup. Right away I noticed that his team is very similar to what he had before, so I kind of knew how the team worked and what to expect from each of the members. The main thing I took from it was he had no fire type, so getting vines up with Squonk was a free turn 1 for me. I also noticed that Skadeen and Bionotic were the only things that really walled Tyrionix, so if I got rid of those threats, Tyrionix could basically clean or sweep the game. So I went Squonk first turn, got up vines, and he had Geluminous, which I knew had glow up from the previous battle, but I didn't care. Vines was a big deal. I just made sure nothing super effect hitted me. Got vines up. So +2 Geluminous. I was kind of worried. I was thinking of switching out here. I was looking at Qilintel, but I decided to stay in and burn it. Just because there's nothing that can really come in and threaten this thing out. And Skadeen overall wasn't really doing anything this match besides getting vines, which it did. So I got the burn, and yeah. He's +4 now, which was scary, but at the same time, this thing's extremely bulky. I decided to hit it here with Pumpkin Spin, just get some chip to help my whatever's coming in next. Also considered switching out, but no, it was a bad idea. So we hit the Geluminous with a Pumpkin Spin, just to get some chip on whatever's coming in next. It does do a lot of damage, but thankfully I have my Heal Jelly, and I believe I live 2 now. So here I was like, whatever, I'll stay in, just 1v1 this thing, it's the best thing I have. So I click Heal, just to get some health back, so I could live another one of his Aurora Flashes. But then I see his Shock Therapy here. So, at the time, I'm like, whatever, I'll just trade hits. Here I clicked Heal, just to get my health back, get some burn chip off on it. But afterwards, I should have switched. Like when he clicked when I knew a Shock Therapy was coming, so it's pretty obvious when he was clicking Shock Therapy. Like here. This turn I should have went Tyrionix. That was something. And later on you'll see this was basically a repeated cycle. This was one of my biggest flaws this battle is when I knew he was clicking Shock Therapy because it was pretty obvious the read. I should have went Tyrionix and forced this thing out because Tyrionix with Shatter would have OHKO'd this thing if he stayed in. Plus we're faster with the Crude ability. So we just basically trade hits here until Squonk dies. He kills me. That was... I mean, Geluminous is really low, but that was a trade that I wasn't proud of in the end. I just go Tyrionix here. This thing, it's faster now with the Crude, so it threatens this thing out. I believe I clicked Shatter here, which was a bad play. I should have went for Electro Bite, because there's no way he's staying in, right? So Skadeen is coming in right now, which is a pretty obvious read here. I didn't make it, but It's unfortunate, but I was thinking like I was too worried to make these big reads. It wasn't not even big reads. I was too worried to make reads at the beginning of the battle, but it's okay. We still get some chip on this thing. And then I realized, oh, this thing gets wave shot, which, well, you'll see. Didn't end up happening, thankfully. I go Hatrix here. It's just my best switch in. It also threatens it out with Thunderstrike, so Hatrix comes in on what was a Rust. If that was a wave shot, it would have sucked. We wouldn't have vines for the game, but thankfully he didn't. Here, Thunderstrike is free. Theater comes in, takes the hit. So I was thinking of going Qilintel here, but I'm like, nah, it's gonna rest, and I'll just Aurora Flash, then he'll switch into something that stops the Aurora Flash. So I decided to go Scorch to pivot in my Tyranics. The only issue was I might burn me, but that was the better trade for me, because I could go Scorch rather than Qilintel. So I go Scorch here. We take the Flashing Strike. Doesn't do anything really. I get my Dark Chocolate health back too. So here I get a free Takeo basically. So if he stays in, then I get Tyranics in. And if he switches out, I get the switch in. So I click Take Out. So he ends up switching out, going into Qilintel. So I get a free switch in on this basically. I was gonna go Tyranics here, but I was worried that the Shatter wouldn't kill, so I went my own Qilintel. It was just my best option, so then I think I disarm it here. Doesn't end up working out, but this thing comes in and loses its... What item did it have? It had a Dark Candy Cube, so that was gone. I don't understand this play from him. I'm not really sure why he went this. He might have thought I was switching out or something, but I'm not sure why. I just clicked disarm again because we are faster thanks to Vine, so we just killed Luminous here. Which wasn't really a threat to begin with, but it's one free Doodle to have. So Bana comes out here. This has Rust, so it's kinda I couldn't stay in here. I ended up going Hatrix. Yeah, I went Hatrix because it barely touches us with Rust. And the Thunderstrike hits everything that he has right now. Or Gem Blast, which didn't do much. He gets the +1, but it really means nothing. We just click Thunderstrike here. We are taking chip on Hatrix, but I feel this was the play, because this Hatrix, like, was my win con this game. It dealt so much, like, it was such a threat to most of his team here. Like, that did so much, and that's its best answer. I go hard Tyranics here just because I feel like it's going to rest. This really wasn't the read to make. It ended up clicking Burning Orb, which I forgot for a split second that it had. Thankfully I had Cure Jelly since running Berserk set, but just an unfortunate turn for us. A safer option could have been Qilintel, but again, it would have got burnt, so because of the lucky item we had, Tyranics was the better play here. This turn, I make the read of Theater going out and click Electro Bite, which Skadeen comes in, which is a great interaction for us. I decide to go Koryu here. I'm running a defensive one, meaning the Skadeen can't touch us. But I don't really think that it had spiky thorns, and we didn't do much damage to it. So this really wasn't the play. I should have just went back into Hatrix. Also considering I could Storm Heal. Basically, if we stayed in against this Skadeen, it would have stalled us out and won. I remember from the previous battle when I faced this Skadeen that he has Ice Prison. So I predicted the Ice Prison coming out, and I went into Scorch. So I guess going into Koryu, making a misplay kind of helped this, because it baited the Ice Prison out. So he clicks Ice Prison on our Scorch, and we get the best interaction out of that. So here I kind of think that he's going to hit me with a Rust, just because it's super effective. So I go for the empty calories. He ends up going Qilintel, which is fine. It would have been better to take out, get the switch in, but I'm fine with that interaction. Getting the Skadeen disease would have been huge if it did stay in, so that was a fine turn to take. Here we just take out on it. We're faster, so we basically get what we want in, and we get extra chip on it. So we go our own Qilintel. Just our best option, really. There's nothing else for this, so. Plus we have more health, so we basically win the 1v1 if he wants to take it. So we get confused, which kind of sucks. Doesn't really matter. We go for the disarm here to disarm something coming in. So the Bionic's in. And we hit ourselves, which sucks, because he probably has either Wake Up Jelly or Heal Jelly, something like that. Doesn't matter too much, though, so I'm not too upset about this RNG. I'm kind of thinking what to switch in. Koryu is probably the best play here, since we're immune to the Psychic move, and Rush doesn't really do anything to us. Rush also hits Qilintel, so we obviously can't stay in. So the Koryu comes in here on a Rust, which does absolutely no damage. So now it's starting out for our Dark Slash. I feel that Skadeen's coming out here, so I'm kind of considering making a read. I decided to go Hatrix, because even if the Bionic does hit us, it's not going to do much. He ends up switching out, Skadeen comes out, we get the read correct. So now we get another free Thunder Strike, so something's taking huge damage here. I'm noticing now, like, when I did the battle, I noticed now that Hatrix basically won us the game if we kept it healthy and used it for the right time, at the right times. So Theater comes in on our Thunder Strike, gets even more damage taken. This, to me, this looked like it killed. It was definitely a Calc. So I was thinking like, oh, should I take this? Oh, it's got used crayons. I'm thinking about it. I'm looking what I have. I don't want Qilintel to get burned. I don't want really anything to come in here because I want to keep everything healthy that I have. I'm also worried about the rest, so I end up just going for the Thunder Strike, and I thankfully get the roll. If it was a roll, I'm sure it was. So we get the Theater kill. That was a huge moment in this battle that really kind of altered the game. Mothra comes in here. It can quick sting me. I'm thinking of the quick sting coming out here. So Scorpio is neutral because poison resist bug. So I go Scorpio here. The Shatter comes out. He gets the read. It's a crit. That mattered. That crit there. That kind of just threw my Scorpio out of the game, but it's fine. I take it. I deal with it. We just take out here. We're faster. We get some damage on this, so we get out on the Mothra. I think he's going to Shatter again just because, I don't know, he stayed in, so what else would he be doing? He's not going to quick strike that, or quick sting that. So I'm really looking over my team. I don't really have anything that can take a Shatter. Just Koryu is really the best option here. It's super effective on Qilintel. Hatrix can't take damage. Tyrannus can't take damage, so Koryu's the best play. I'm also running low on time because I'm thinking so much. So here I just Icy Bite, get damage on something. He ends up quick stinging and killing me, which was really the best play because Koryu isn't doing anything the rest of the game. So throwing away the only thing that I didn't really need to use. So now we could get Tyrannus in and do some massive damage to something since he has no switch-ins left and Tyrannus has insane damage. So here I decided to click Electric Bite just because 3 of the 4 things are weak to electric. Here he goes Qilintel, which I don't really understand, considering I just Shatter the next turn and kill it. But I end up critting him, which doesn't really matter because the Shatter would have killed him anyways. I kind of fall for his game here and decide to click Shatter, assuming he's going to stay in. But he doubles out, goes Skadeen. That was kind of on my part, that was a really bad play. I should have just assumed, should have clicked in that he was going to switch out and not sacrifice his Qilintel there. So here are the Skadeens in front of me. I just go Hatrix, it's not gonna do much damage, so I just go Hatrix. He ends up clicking Rust. Yeah, he clicks Rust. Does nothing to me. Now I get a free Thunder Strike, which kills probably Qilintel if it comes in, and damages Thunder super effective on everything else. Hatrix basically kind of wins the game now. He has no swap-ins. The only problem here, really, that could be a problem is the Mothra. I just need to isolate it, have it to be the last Doodle, because then Tyrannus can deal with it. Because a quick sting will kill my hat tricks. That's the thing stopping me right now from winning the game. So Bana's really thinking here. He really has no swap ins to this hat tricks. So he switches out, goes into Qilintel. This thing takes Thunderstrike to the face. Since Mothra's coming out next, I decide to switch out of hat tricks. Because if I kill this Qilintel, then Mothra just comes in and kind of applies pressure on my team. So I decided to go my own Qilintel here, just to kill his Qilintel, and then the Mothra can't just freely come in and kill my hat tricks. So he Aurora Flashes, does like no damage to me. I decided to just Iron Slash here. There's really nothing better to do. Just get damage on something. If he stays in, he takes damage. He stays in, he's probably at 1% right now. He hits us, does like nothing. Here I thought he was going to sack his Qilintel for some reason, so I just click Iron Slash again. He doesn't, Bionic comes out. We do some damage to it, which is alright. Now here he's going to Rust. I can't bring Scorpion on the Rust, and I can't bring Tyrannus on the Rust, and I don't want Hatrix to take damage. I decided to just disarm him, get his item off. Heal Jelly, which really mattered. He does hit us with a Rust, which sucks, but I like that interaction, because we didn't have anything else to come on that Rust. If we brought Hatrix in there, then later on Mothra would have quick stinged us, and that would have really sucked. We get an Aurora Flash. Confused, and we managed to hit the RNG and hit him in confusion. This is funny. I don't know if it really mattered in the end, because Hatrix just cleaned up and killed us anyways. But it was kind of cool, because it kind of made up for the Scorpion crit. So the RNG was equal now. Skadine comes in here, and I don't want to take the Rust, so I'm going to switch out into my Hatrix here, just to threaten with Thunderstrike. The thing is here, is I'm thinking he's going to double out into Mothra. I do it either way. I trust that he's not going to switch out. And he doesn't. He hits me with the Rust, which was a huge move there. Really altered the game. We click Thunderstrike. Qilintel comes in and dies. This was really... He was just keeping this to sack something, so that wasted a turn. Now we can bring Mothra in and quick sting us, so it's going to threaten our Hatrix out. So I switch in Tyrannus here on the Mothra. Quick sting comes out, we get the read correct. So here I notice that only Skadine and Mothra are left, and I feel like he's going to switch into Skadine here. So I make a read, go Hatrix. My heart's like pounding in the real battle right now. Just waiting for that timer to go down. I see my timer's not going down. We get the read correct, which guarantees us to win this game. Hatrix kills us with Thunderstrike, and then Tyrannus comes in and kills the Mothra. This is also Empowered Ring here. I don't know if it mattered, but we've Empowered Ring on this, which probably helped killing this Skadine. It's funny that he's complaining because he was disqualified anyways. This battle shouldn't even have happened because he used Garlic twice. But the only reason I did this battle is I wanted to prove a point, because I knew he'd be like, oh, you didn't actually win. It's because I used Garlic and you complained. So, GG's to Bana. This is probably one of my greatest battles in Doodle World, considering the narrative. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know in the comments below if you like these kind of analyzing videos, or you prefer the normal PvP videos that I usually have. Until next time, Scorch out.